Hello, children. How are you doing today?
Hi, good. How are you?
You guys look so happy to start orchestra class today. I'm excited too. Okay, so go ahead and come in the room with me, and I'd like for you to sit in your chair nice and quietly and put your instrument to the left of your chair if you're on violin or viola, and if you're on cello or bass, you can leave your instrument behind your chair.
How do I know which one's my chair?
Oh, check and see if your name is on the chair.
Okay. We'll pretend like our names are on the chair.
All right. So, first off, my name is Mr. Preston. I am a senior at USC, and I love the color green. That is my favorite color, specifically forest green, like my watch. Favorite color of all time. And I play the violin. That's the instrument I started with when I was 10 years old. So I guess that means I've been playing for almost 11 years now, very close to 11.
That's how long I've been alive.
Isn't that crazy? Maybe you'll play for 11 years and many more. Yeah. So I'd like to start with a quick little icebreaker. I'd like for each of you to stand up, say your name, your instrument, your age, your favorite color, and one word that describes you. Okay? So I'd say one word that describes me is gracious. If I had to name one word. Okay? So we'll start with you. Let's hear your name.
My name is Rose. I play cello. I'm 11 years old. My favorite color is black, like the sun on a perfect day. And I think, one word to describe me, sporadic.
Sporadic. Very nice. Well, nice to meet you, Rose. Would you like to go next?
Hi, my name's Matthew. I can't remember all what I was supposed to say.
Your instrument.
My instrument is the cello.
Your age.
And then I am...
I play violin, sorry.
I am 12 years old.
What's your favorite color?
Green.
What kind of green? Like bright green?
It's green.
You just love green. Okay. And what's one word that describes you?
A redhead.
I love it. I love it.
That's a hyphenated word.
I'm going to grab my instrument real quick, and we're going to talk about all the different parts of the instrument. So, this is my violin. His name is George. Can everyone say hello to George?
Hi,
Hi,
George.
George.
I named him a very long time ago. For some reason, I just thought he looked like a George, so we went with it. Okay, so great thing about George and all of our other instrument friends is their bodies are set up quite similarly to our bodies. They don't have arms or legs. They can't run around, but they make music with all these different parts of the instrument that's similar to the body. The first one that we can learn looks kind of like the head up here. It is called the scroll. Can we all say scroll?
Scroll.
Yes, it looks like an old book scroll, or as I like to say, because I love them so much, like a good, sweet, tasty cinnamon bun, right? Swirled around like that, okay? So, this is called the
Scroll.
The scroll. These would be kind of like our ears if it were the body, right next to our head, connected to our head. These are the pegs. Can anyone say peg?
Peg.
Peg?
Peg.
Peg?
Peg.
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 Pegs. What are these?
Peg.
The pegs. What is this?
The
Scroll.
Very nice. Anyone want to take a guess if we're thinking about body parts? What would this be as a body part?
Our neck.
Our neck. That's right. Everyone roll your neck around. And back the other way. Yes, this is the neck. This is the neck. Ooh, and right up here, our pegs go inside of the bottom half of the scroll right here into this little section. Can anyone guess what it's called?
Peg house.
Close, close. Think the peg box, okay? And we call this peg box. They go right inside, okay? This is...
Scroll.
Yes.
Pegs.
Peg, peg, peg. Yes. This is the...
Peg box.
And...
Neck.
Good. So, what do you notice about the color? Well, I'll just tell you. The color changes in this piece of wood from what the neck was and what the scroll was. Slightly different color. It's black. It comes from a wood called ebony that all of the string instruments play from. And we tap our fingers on top of this piece of wood. Can anyone give a guess at what it's called?
Finger place.
Very close. You want to guess, Rose?
Fingerwood.
You both are so close. It's the fingerboard, okay? That's where we tap our fingers. Can you say fingerboard?
Fingerboard.
Fingerboard.
And on top of the fingerboard are these
Strings.
strings. We all know what that is. What those are. Very good. If we're still thinking about the body, what would these be?
Shoulders.
Clavicles.
Wiggle your shoulders around. Good. If I point to this, what is this?
Neck.
Neck. What are these?
Strings.
Yes. What's right under the strings?
Fingerboard.
Good. These?
Pegs.
Pegs.
Yes.
Scroll.
And this.
Peg box.
Box.
Good. Another part of the body. Pretty easy. These would be the ribs. Right in here. Right in here. Okay, so we have the...
Ribs.
Ribs.
Shoulders.
Yes, very nice. Another body part.
Back.
Back.
The back. Everyone rub your back. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Now, in the front of the instrument, we actually have these two right here in which the sound travels in the instrument and then comes back out. They look sort of like S's, but in the early 1600s when they were first making violins, this is actually what F's looked like in our writing, and it's changed over time. But these would be the F holes. Can we all say F holes?
F holes.
F holes. We have two of them. Good. This is
Back.
yes.
Shoulders. Ribs.
Ribs.
You guys are doing great.
Strings.
Strings and right underneath
Fingerboard.
fingerboard. This right here is the bridge. It holds the strings up, and if we didn't have them, it would sound like a bunch of rubber bands that weren't being pulled on, and wouldn't make a lot of sound. So it holds and supports the strings up like a normal bridge. Can we all say bridge?
Bridge.
Bridge.
Bridge. Now, if your bridge ever comes off, make sure that you don't let you or one of your parents try to stick it back on with Elmer's glue, okay? It doesn't stick on there. If I wanted to, I could pull it off and put it back on, but that's only for your teacher to do, not you guys, okay? Great. How about this piece right here? It's holding the strings at the opposite end that the pegs do. We call it the tailpiece. Can you say tailpiece?
Tailpiece.
Very nice. One more time. Tailpiece.
Tailpiece.
Like wagging your tail like a dog. Does anyone have a dog?
I,
Do you have a cat?
yeah, I don't like her.
Kind of. I'm a dog person too. Awesome.
I'm allergic.
Okay, so just a couple more. This right here, it's where we put the instrument up here so we can hold it, as I'm sure you've seen people play violin and viola. They hold it up here. We call it a chin rest, but I wouldn't necessarily think of it as a chin rest. Because if we play it right here, we look like a street musician on King Street in Charleston that we always see. But that's not necessarily how we want to hold it, because we can make a much more beautiful, clean sound when we hold it up here. So you actually want to think of this piece as sort of a jaw, or here's a new word. Can you say mandible?
Mandible.
Mandible, very nice. It's another name for our jaw here. So that's actually where we want our body to go in the instrument, okay? So we have the
Back.
Back.
back, we have the
Strings.
this.
Bridge. Tailpiece.
Awesome, you guys are great.
Ribs.
Ribs.
Shoulders.
Shoulders.
Neck. Knees and toes. Scroll. Pegs.
And right here.
Peg box.
Awesome. Oh, and this ebony piece of wood.
Fingerboard.
Fingerboard, very good. I've forgotten any. Oh, a couple more. Just a couple more. This right here, it holds the end of the tailpiece right at the bottom. It's only for our upper string players. It is called the end button. Can we say end button?
End button.
Very good. And I don't have a cello with me. Well, I'll show you when we get it out. We have an end pen, but I'll bring that up in just a moment. Very nice. Okay, now let's talk about unpacking your instruments. Let me demonstrate first, and then we will go through step by step together. So, the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that your instrument case is level on the floor, on its back. Okay? You don't want it on the side, because if we're not careful, the instrument becomes spilling out. So, lay your instrument flat on the floor like this. Okay? let's actually do each step together. So can we all go ahead and grab our instruments? Don't open them yet, but just lay them on their backs. And give me your eyes when the latches are faced towards you and the instrument is on its back. Good. Now, some of us have 2 latches, some of us may have more, or a zipper. But take each one of those and you can go ahead and unlatch them. Don't open your case yet. And give me your eyes when you're done. Very nice. Now slowly, you will open your case and you will take off any rag or anything that is on top of the instrument. Can you go ahead and do that? So open the head of the case, take off any rag. Okay? And now if there's a strap around the strings and the fingerboard, you can take that off and go ahead and gently take your instrument out of your case. You can leave your case on the left side of your chair. If your violin, viola, cello, bass, can leave it behind their chair. Then come quietly and gently hold your instrument, sit at your chair. Okay, I'm probably going to move this here since we'll start doing other stuff. Okay. That's good. Okay. So there was one other piece of the instrument that we were going to talk about, and this is for you, Matt. This is called the end pin. So can you take your cello and just let the ribs sit on your left knee? Good. So you see how it sticks out right here. Make sure you don't touch it. Ow, ow. You'll hit your finger. You don't want to hurt yourself like I just did. Ouch, ouch. Okay. Oh my goodness, be careful, be careful. So you're gonna turn counterclockwise. If you're from this end, you're gonna turn counterclockwise where it will loosen. Then I'll size you right now, but you'll pull it out and then you'll tighten it. It's important that we get the length right so you're not having to reach for your instrument, but it can kind of come to a natural position. Okay? So now, make sure you're sitting good. Your back straight, edge of your chair, and make sure your legs are spread out so the ribs can fit right in between. Good. And you want the pegs to fit right behind your ears. So maybe I'll let this out just a little more so we can get it perfect.
When you're doing that, you have to make sure that when the kid has the peg behind the ear, it may be behind the ear, but they might be like that. So make sure
they can totally be up straight in it. Good, that's better, that's better. Can you give your cello a hug? How does that feel?
Loving.
Good. Do you feel tense or anything? Okay, that looks a lot better. Good. And yes, you can rock back and forth. Dance with your new friend. Okay. Now we're going to talk about guitar position for our upper string friends. So, Miss Rose, have you ever seen someone play like a guitar or ukulele or something where they strum the strings like that?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So we're going to get into that position, except don't let it be flat at all. Let the back of the instrument touch your belly, and also let it be at a slight angle so it's not just pointing straight. Come slightly up. It'll meet your thumb a little easier that way. Then your left hand up here, just hold it around right here, but make sure it doesn't touch any of the strings, because then we won't get our sound, and we want some good sound. And our right hand right here, you're going to pluck with your thumb, and these fingers, just a couple, can sit right underneath the fingerboard right there. That's very nice. Good, good, good. And then Matt, you can have your thumb just sit right here, and you can pluck with your index finger. Both of you, make sure that we're not plucking below the fingerboard. That's where rosin is, where we play with the bow, and we don't want our fingers to get sticky or anything, okay? So just right on the fingerboard.
One thing that cellists might try to do is like put their finger underneath the fingerboard, so don't let them do that either.
Oh, yeah. So you can put it right to the side right there. That's a good, comfortable spot for us. Okay, very nice. We're going to learn each of the names of the strings. So let's start with violin and bass. Excuse me. Let's start with violin. We have our top string. It's our skinniest string. It's called E. Can you pluck your E string with me, Rose? Good, good. Can you give 2 E's? E, E. Good. Join in, Matt. Next string we have is A. And this is going to be your highest string or your skinniest string. Yes, which will be on your leftmost side. Good. Now we have A. How about 3 A's? Repeat after me and sing. A, go. Very nice. Go down 1 string, and this is the D string. Can you say D, D, go?
D, D.
Good. This is your last string, Rose. We're down to 1 string. We call this the G string. How about G, 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 G? 1,
G, G.
Good. You're out of strings, but you got 1 more, Matt. This is your C string. Can you play C, C, C? Go.
C, C, C.
Good. If we had basses with us, they actually have a low E string as well, which, this is really interesting, Rose. That's your strings backwards. So their lowest string is your highest string, okay? Now we're going to learn a little song, okay? This is called the ant song. Let's pluck the strings we need to first, and then we'll add the words. So it's going to start with just Rose and I, since she has her E string. Each time we're going to pluck every string 3 times. So starting from top and then going down. So E, 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 A, 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 D, 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 G, 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 and then last but not least, C, C, C. Okay? Can we give that a try, just plucking? 1, 2, E, and go. Now, Matt, A, 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 and G, G, G. Now just Matt, C. Nice solo, Matt. Very nice. Now let's add the words. I'm going to sing, and you do your best to sing along, but why don't you guys, can you guys just sing the string names while I sing the words? Okay? Let's give that a try. Okay, so we're going to start on E. Ready? 1, 2, here we go. Each and every ant, digging in the dirt, going underground, all the way to China. Good. I may not actually do it that way in the real thing, but it's okay. Okay, now, last thing we're going to do today is to pack up. So let me demonstrate first. You're just going to do everything you did in reverse order, but be just as careful as you were before. One important thing to remember with packing up your instrument, once it's zipped up and everything, you have it in, make sure that you're keeping it inside at all times. You never want to leave it in a car, whether it's hot outside, cold outside. Change in humidity is very bad for our instruments. And we don't want to be hard on our instruments because our parents will have to be the ones to pay for things to fix it. You guys may not understand that yet, but your parents will really appreciate it if you take very good care of your instruments. So make sure you always keep it inside. Never leave it in a hot car or cold car. Okay? So
Or
you're
a
going
car.
or a car, period. I said that there. Yep. So you're going to open up your case, take any Velcro strap that you have, wrap it over your fingerboard, and then put any cloths that you have back in, and then make sure that everything is straightly aligned before you zip or latch anything back. And you go ahead and do that, and you have packed up your instrument. Go ahead and start.
You can probably end the recording too.